morning children. Welcome to biology class. Today we are going to start chapter 18, body fluids and circulation. So let's start with the body fluids. So every healthy body needs constant supply of nutrients, oxygen and other essential materials, and the disposal of the waste or harmful materials. Different organisms, they have different methods for the transport of materials. Simple animals like sponges and coelenterate, they circulate water from the surroundings through their body cavities to facilitate the cells to exchange these substances. Whereas complex organisms, they make use of special fluids which is circulating through their body to exchange their materials. Now blood, lymph and tissue fluid, they are the body fluids in most of the higher organisms. So what is the function of circulatory system? Basically, it functions as transport of oxygen, then transport of carbon dioxide, then transport of waste products of metabolism, transport of hormones, regulation of body temperature, maintenance of homeostasis and osmoregulation, and protection against invasion or infection. So let's come to circulatory fluids, blood and lymph. So what is the blood, children? So blood, it is a fluid connective tissue which is red in color and salty in taste. It is heavier than water and it is slightly alkaline with pH of 7.3 to 7.5 pH. Now, it performs vital pickup and delivery services for the whole body. The oxygenated blood, it is bright red, whereas deoxygenated blood, which is purplish in color, travels or transport through these transport system. Now blood, it consists of water fluid, plasma and blood cells or the cell corpuscles. So let's move on to plasma. Plasma, which is pale yellow alkaline fluid, and it makes 55 to 60% of the total blood volume. Water forms 90 to 92% of the total plasma. Now, plasma are the serum proteins. It constitutes around 6 to 8% of plasma. Now, important plasma proteins are the fibrinogen or prothrombin, which is essential for blood clotting, serum albumin for maintaining osmotic pressure of plasma, and globulins, which are associated with body defense mechanism. It also contains inorganic salts, which forms 1 to 2%. They occur as electrolytes in the form of chlorides, bicarbonates, phosphates of sodium, potassium, and calcium. It also contains dissolved nutrients like glucose, lipids, vitamins, fatty acids, cholesterol, and amino acids. It also regulates hormones which are present in our body. It also regulates dissolved gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Excretory substances like ammonia, urea, and uric acid, they also pass through this blood, and enzymes are also present in the plasma part. Now, functions of blood plasma. Children, plasma transports the digested food from the absorbing site to the different organs and tissues of the body. It also helps in removal of excretory substances from tissues to the kidneys for elimination. It also removes the carbon dioxide from the tissues in the form of bicarbonates, carbonic acid, and carbaminohemoglobin. It also helps in transport of oxygen because some percentage of oxygen it is transported by plasma. It also helps in distribution of hormones. It regulates the water balance in the body, and it also acts as acid-base buffers and maintains the blood pH within the range. It also helps in protecting the body against diseases. Immunoglobulins of plasma, they act as antibodies and neutralizes the harmful foreign agents. It also helps in the regulation of body temperature by transporting heat from deep-seated heat-producing organs to peripheral parts of the body like the skin. It also helps in blood clotting or the coagulation. The plasma protein like fibrinogen, prothrombin and some other blood clotting factors like heparin, they are present in the plasma, and in case of injury, these clotting of blood and prevent blood loss. Now, the formed elements are the solid elements of the blood. They are the blood corpuscles. So, blood, they are the cellular elements of the blood and found and suspended in plasma. They form 40 to 45% of blood, and they are of three types: erythrocytes, leukocytes, and thrombocytes, or we can say blood platelets. So let's move on to erythrocytes. So erythrocytes, or we can also say red blood corpuscles, they are most numerous of the formed elements of blood, and they contain a pigment called hemoglobin, which is oxygen carrying pigment. Usually individual RBC appear yellowish, but in bulk they impart red color to the blood. In human adult RBCs, they are 5 to 5.5 million per milliliter, microliter or cubic milliliter, and in a healthy female, these are about 4.0 to 4.5 million per microliter or cubic liter. Now, some points to be remembered. If there is a decrease in RBC count, then it results in anemia because of blood loss and destruction of RBCs or less formation of blood. An abnormal rise in RBC count called polycythemia, and in decrease in number of RBC, it is called as erythrocytopenia. This causes oxygen shortage in the blood and tissues. Now, oxygen shortage, it stimulates kidneys to secrete hormone erythropoietin into the blood, and it stimulates bone marrow to increase the production of RBCs. Now, the breakdown of old and worn out RBCs, they are known as hemolysis. And what are the sites for hemolysis? They are the spleen, liver and bone marrow. The breakdown of protein part, it forms the biliverdin, which is transported to liver. Now here this biliverdin changes into bilirubin and it is excreted out with the bile. And the yellow color of plasma, it is due to the pigment bilirubin. Now human RBCs, they are minute, biconcave and disc-like cells of 7 to 8 micron in diameter. They are highly specialized cells for transport of oxygen. In RBCs, for maximum amount of space, they lost their nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex. The RBC's lifespan is near about 120 days, that is about 4 months. Now, loss of nucleus, why they do not have nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi complex? Since nucleus is absent in RBCs, it makes the RBCs biconcave and it also increases the surface area for about 30%, which for the quick diffusion of gases and increases the surface area for absorption of more oxygen. Loss of mitochondria increases the efficiency of more oxygen. Without mitochondria, RBCs cannot use oxygen for themselves, so all the oxygen that RBCs absorb is delivered to the cells. Small size makes these RBCs to travel through fine capillaries, and elastic and disc-like form. It allows them to bend, twist and squeeze as they pass through capillaries. Now what is the Rayleigh formation? Now because of the great tension, RBCs, they tend to adhere together by their biconcave surface like stacks or piles of coins. So this is called Rayleigh formation. Now come to hemoglobin. So what is hemoglobin? It is a respiratory pigment, and RBC contains near about 270 million molecules of hemoglobin. Now hemoglobin, it is made up of two main parts, the iron containing part and the protein part. Now its formula is CHNC2952, H4664, nitrogen 8012, oxygen 832, sulfur 8 and iron 4. Now the iron part of the hemoglobin is known as hemin, and the protein part it is known as the globin. So here see different types of blood corpuscles which are found in humans. So these are the erythrocytes, then WBCs are there, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, they are the different types of WBCs, and platelets are the thrombocytes. Now this hemoglobin, it combines with the oxygen and forms an unstable compound, oxyhemoglobin. Now this hemoglobin, it travels to tissues in different parts of the body and readily liberates the oxygen used by them. Now the globin protein of hemoglobin, it also combines with a small amount of carbon dioxide and it brings it back to the lungs from the tissue cells. Now what are the functions of RBCs? It helps in transport of oxygen in the form of oxyhemoglobin. It also transports carbon dioxide in the form of carbaminohemoglobin, and it also maintains the pH of the blood. Now this is all for today, children. And next time we'll read about the WBCs and the platelets. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.